Alright, so this is part 2 of making a 1921 Morgan dollar into a ring. My wife just called me. She got a pay raise and she wanted to let me know. So, congratulations, Shayna. Good job. I love you. I'm proud of you. You're doing great. But we had to take a break. So, we're gonna get back to work on this ring. In about 2 minutes, I'm going to see who TikTok pulls in here. So if y'all just want to hang out for a minute and just tap the crap out of the screen, I'd appreciate it. Let's go. So we're about halfway done with this ring right now. We're going to be finishing it up very soon. I got a little cut off on my last live. So if you guys just want to hang out until we get about 100 people in here, then I'll get back to work, okay? While we wait, y'all just tap the screen a whole bunch. And look at this thing, man. It's pretty. It's going to make a really nice ring. If anybody has any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. We're just waiting just a little bit for TikTok to notice that I am live again. Once we get maybe 100, maybe 40 people in here, something like that, I'll get back to work. Well, either way, I want to get back to work, so we're going to get back to work. No, I'm sorry. Y'all don't wait. We're getting to work. You're right. So what we're going to do is we're going to wrap this in tape, and that's going to protect the outside detail as we push it into the Swedish wrap and make it smaller. So we're going to get our Blue Monster tape and start wrapping that up. I used to get these in smaller spools. They're a little easier to handle, but we'll get it all wrapped up good here. Maybe. There we go. Yeah, I came back. My wife called me. She told me she got a raise. So I'm glad I took the call. She's very excited. She said, "Hey, what are you doing?" I said, "I'm working." She said, "Oh, I'm sorry." Me too. I got a raise. So, good day. Good day all around. There we go. Y'all tap the screen. We got 133 people in here. Let's get to 200 likes. Let's do it. Throttle that screen. Just tap it, tap it, tap it, tap it, tap it. Yeah, it's good news. I'm very proud of her. She's working her butt off. Yeah, dude, I've worked at my job for 5 years, and I have had 1/4 raise. It sucks. So I'm glad I kind of self-employed myself here. So makes things a little easier. Find the right Swedish wrap to put this in. 25 years, no raises. Fuck that, dude. I would set up a meeting, man, and be like, "Hey, it's time. I'm worth it. Want a raise?" So, okay. Oh, so you earn like commissions? Man, never had a raise. Yeah, I got one, but it was for 25 cents, which was pretty gay. And that was like 2 years ago. I worked through the whole plague, man. No sick days. Nothing. No raise. We lost a little bit of tape there, so I'm going to put some more on. And finish pushing this through the bottom. Unlimited commission. Well, that's not bad, right? That's sales, though. But 25 years. I mean, that time's got to be worth something. I'd give you a raise. Straight up. That's what's up. So we got 728 likes and 854 viewers. How do we have more viewers than likes? Y'all got to make that right. Come on now. If you haven't yet, give me a follow. I'm Coin Ring Maker. I'm making coins into rings here on TikTok live all the time. It's real cool. You should definitely follow me and check out my store. Lots of cool stuff on there. If you want some handmade coin rings, that's the place to go. We got that pretty much bottomed out there. They like to wedge in, so we gotta give it a little push. There we go. And we're slowly working this down. I'll pull this tape off in front of you guys so you can see. Hey, we got 1,500 likes. That's a hell of a lot better. Thank you very much. And it looks like we got a couple followers. Thank you guys for hitting that follow button. Here we go. Slowly looking more and more like a ring. We're going to go ahead and anneal it again to soften this metal up, make it easier to... What's my website? It's linked on my profile. It's also my username, coinringmaker.com. If you guys like, you can take a screenshot of this card right here. It's got a 10% off coupon code on it. It says welcome, and it's got my username, or my website, coinringmaker.com. So I'll count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hope you got a screenshot. If you didn't, let me know. I'll pull it back up. Ooh, 100 grams of silver. Very nice. Gotta love the mailman. If anybody has any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. We're at 2,100 likes. Fantastic. Incredible. If anybody out there wants to become a super fan today, you can tap on the star right here and subscribe to me on TikTok. For a small fee of $5.99 a month, you can support me indefinitely. It's pretty cool. If you'd like to support me directly, there's a tip button on my profile. I get 100% of those tips, so that's a really good way to support me. If you'd like to check out the shop, it is also linked on my profile. The website is coinringmaker.com. Now we're going to wrap this up again and keep on reducing it. It's going to be a size 8, so it's going to get down to a pretty small little ring. Now, how did I lose that giant spool of tape? That's wild. It's huge. And I just had it. Who took my tape, y'all? I found it. Here it is. Here for moral support. Well, I appreciate it. And you've been tapping the crap out of that screen too. So that's always appreciated. Gravity took my tape. Nah, it wasn't on the ground. It was just on my other desk. There we go. Got it nice and taped up. Now we're going to go find the next size Swedish wrap this will fit in. And keep shrinking it down. Look like that's a pretty good fit. There we go. Yeah, the desk took it. Hoarding the tape over here. Wasn't very sneaky about it. I saw it right away. And I'm just going to push this all the way down to the bottom of this die. For that, I need to find the next size pusher, which this desk is hiding over here. And this one's all fudged up. This is what happens when you do this wrong. You can actually see the reeded indent from the coin ring I messed up with this pusher. It's pretty brutal. So it doesn't always go perfect, guys. We all make mistakes. We're making a Morgan dollar into a ring. Yep, I had to get a whole new set, because you can't buy these one at a time. I had to get a whole new set of pushers after that mistake. That was a rough one. It depends on, there's a lot of factors. So when I first started, I just made coin rings out of quarters for the first year. And those tools probably run you about $150, $200 to get super basic stuff. I have a whole page on my website for recommended tools. It's like links on where to get them and videos on how to use them. You can find that on my profile. Getting nice and tiny here. But I've spent a couple thousand on tools, but I have a very wide range of different types of coin rings I can make now. So the more varied stuff you want to do, the more expensive it gets. Sell solo pushers. Now you are a salesman. You're a clever fella. You turn wood rings? Nice. So you might already have some tools you need. But making coin rings is pretty fun. If you want to follow me on YouTube, you can see some tutorials there. My channel name's just called Coin Ring Maker. That's good, man. That's good. Always looking for a solution. I like it. We're going to tape it up again and keep reducing it. So when I first started, I didn't anneal coins at all. That's this process where we heat it up and soften the metal. It's so much easier. So the tape protects the outside detail of the coin as we push it through the Swedish wrap, which is this thing over here. So you don't want metal on metal contact. That's how you lose detail. So that's just kind of a buffer layer, so there's no metal on metal contact. Two. size. That looks good. Nice. Get on a pusher and push it down. How many wraps do I own? Five? There might be another one hiding around here somewhere. So these longer ones, these are made by Jason's Works. See if I can get that to focus. Jason's Works. And then the shorter ones are made by Legacy Brand. I prefer the shorter ones because I can get like more precise reduction done. I can pay more attention to how far down I'm going with them. But there's a lot more switching with the smaller ones too. Yeah. Well, luckily I got all these secondhand, so I'm pretty thrifty. Bought them from a guy who made 5 rings and gave up. I said, "Oh, I will happily take those off of you, sir. I will put them to good use. Don't you worry." 17 degree. That's my favorite die. Is my Legacy Brand Tools 17 degree die. This is the first one I ever bought. Is my total favorite tool. So useful. Yep, he was a quitter. But that's how I got a lot of my more fancy tools, like this Pepe tool stretcher. This brand new is like $600, $700, but I bought it off the same guy who made 5 rings and gave up. So I got a good deal. I can feel it work hardening a bit. So we're gonna go ahead and take this tape off again, take a look at it. Yeah, that's top of the line right there. Yes, sir. Pepe makes some good stuff. And at the time, there was no way I would have been able to get it brand new. So I got a really nice deal. That's how I got the auto punch too. I got the auto punch. I got all the Swedish wraps. I got the stretcher. He spent like $3,000 on tools and quit. I can't believe it. Do I use Swedish wraps for $1? I use Swedish wraps for pretty much anything that's like really big that I need to make really small. They're pretty handy all around. 'Cause you get a really nice, even, smooth reduction on it. It's looking good. I am going to go ahead and deburr this lip on the inside here. I don't know if y'all can see that. But if we don't get rid of that right now, it's going to start to buckle in on itself. And it's also not very comfortable when you wear it. So we're going to cut away at some of it. And we'll clean up the rest a little later. So not much need to buy. 25 cent size is there. No, you don't really need a Swedish wrap for a quarter. You can do everything on a 17 degree die you need with a quarter. 2,600 likes on this live. Let's go. If y'all haven't yet, please go check out my website store. It's linked on my profile, coinringmaker.com. I make lots of cool coins into rings, and I'd be happy to make something just for you. I'm not sure how long it's going to take to get it yet. They just told me that they started production on it, and they work really slow because their quality control is really high. But you will be the first person I tell when it comes in. That's why I don't need it yet. I've not done $1 coins and Ikes. Ikes are interesting. Oh, half dollars are pretty fun though. That's what I did. I went from quarters to half dollars to dollars to American Eagles. Just little baby steps up. Yeah, I'm not sure if that stamp will be here in a week. It'd be cool if it was, but I'm not getting my hopes up that it's gonna come that fast. Yes, this is a 1921 Morgan dollar. Bam. And we're trying to get it down to a size 8, so we still have quite a bit of reducing to get it up here. So we'll go ahead and anneal it again and send it back in the Swedish wrap. Yeah, it's going to be a wide ring. It's going to have some weight to it. No doubt. There's that cut edge, or the reeded edge that we got rid of there. It's nice and smooth now. I'm going to go ahead and dump this silver so I don't knock it over. Tape it up. Whoop. And if you look at it right now, you can see the cut edge, that's this side, is a little narrower than the reeded edge here. So when we send it down the Swedish wrap this time, I'm going to flip it upside down and reduce this side to kind of even it up. $3,000 likes. Let's go. This has been a good live. Thank you guys for watching. Being very nice. Haven't had anybody nasty in the comments. That's always good. Y'all have been very polite. I do appreciate it. Thank you for watching. So that first little bit of tapping there is just that tape kind of moving. And we want to make sure the ring stays nice and level. So I give it a couple taps before I really send it through like that. And it's going to be stuck. It's going to be stuck. All right. Gently push it out. So now you can see our reeded edge is a little narrower than the cut edge. So we're going to put the cut edge back in there and try and even that up. And that should be pretty close to that size 8 we're looking for. Stuck again. There we go, that looks really nice. Before we take the tape off, we'll check our size. It's at a size 9. I was wrong. You have to reduce a whole nother size. So we're going to pop it back in there and push it down a bit more. It's getting really close. We're losing some of our tape, so I'm going to put a little more tape on it. It's about a quarter size off from the size 8 we're looking for. So we don't have to reduce it that much. We're getting very close. Flip it over to even it out. Tap, tap, tap. I'm just going to do some quick changes to get through this quarter size difference we need. Because it's just so close. Alright, let's take this tape off and take a look at it. What is my favorite thing to make? This one. This is a Morgan Dollar. It is my favorite. Because the design on the outside and the inside both make lovely rings. This one, they decided to have the year facing out. I prefer to have the tail side facing out though. But they both make very nice rings. So this is what it looks like with the tail side facing out. Get In God We Trust. The wings. Looks really good. Sounds good, man. I'd be happy to make one for you. I'm gonna knock this tape off. While I love the blue tape, it hangs around a little longer than it's welcome. put my code on the bulletin at work. Nice. That's what's up, dude. I really appreciate you sharing my business. It's so cool. And thank you for the coffee this morning as well. Mr. Rush was the first one to send me a tip here on TikTok. So if anybody else wants to, there's a button on my profile that says tips. You can send me a tip. I get 100% of that tip. It's super cool. So there's that if you're interested. God, that looks really, really nice. What do you guys think? Beautiful. And it's actually just a little smaller than a size 8. So I'm going to stretch it just a tad. There we go, right at size 8. That's perfect. You're good. Have a good day. Have fun, man. Now we're going to clean up the rest of this little lip right there that's left over. Make it nice and smooth. And I actually have to do a feel test on this because it gets so shiny that I can't really see the lip anymore. So we do the feel test. And I know I make this look easy, like it's not a big deal, but this is actually really difficult technically to like not skip around and jump and scratch up the inside of your ring. There's a lot of focus going on right now. Dexterity. So we're still working on it. Same Morgan dollar. Just cleaning up this little edge right here. I must say this lip is a little trickier on a smaller Morgan dollar, like a size 8. Usually I'm making these in much larger ring sizes. And that lip is just evading me. I can't get to the edge of it. Yeah, I've got one, right? So this is a rereader. It's very difficult to use because you have to perfectly center your ring on here. Like even if you're off just a little bit, like the reading looks bad. It looks really bad. So I haven't found a way to center this very well. It's a cool tool, but it's in practice it's pretty difficult to use. Yeah, I don't think it's worth it. Ooh, we're getting there. We're getting there. Yeah, that's much better. Why do I use that tool? So, on Morgan dollars, well, this is a piece dollar. But on Morgan dollars, on the edge of the coin, there's kind of this raised lip. And that gets exaggerated on the inside of the coin and becomes really uncomfortable, and also kind of messes with how you size the ring. So I just cut it away. It makes the ring much more comfortable, and it makes sizing it a lot more accurate. Now the inside of the ring is all a very similar, instead of having like a bump or a ridge on the inside. Mostly because it's very uncomfortable. The first one I made, I left it on, and is rough. So this is a much more comfortable ring now. Yeah, no problem. If anybody else has any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. If you want to check out my store, the website link is on my profile. It's also my username, coinringmaker.com. I make all kinds of cool coins into rings. Today we're working on a Morgan dollar. Depends on the coin. So this one right here is a Morgan dollar. These are 250. And it doesn't matter what size you're looking for. Thank you for the TikTok. If there's a different type of coin you'd like made into a ring, I can tell you what price it is. Or you can just go check out the store, which is linked on my profile, and see all the pricing there. So pretty. Now, since we did remove a bunch of material here, our size is going to be a little off. So we were at a size 8, now we're at an 8.5. Patience definitely comes in handy. The tape protects the surface when shrinking so you don't lose the details. That's correct. And we're going to have to shrink it half a size again. So we're going to put some more tape on here. If I can find it. This tape keeps running away. There we go. So going down just half a size can be pretty tricky. There's a good chance we'll overdo it. But that's okay, because we can re-stretch it out. I guess you would say I'm a professional ring maker, a jeweler of sorts. So I'll just pop this in here and get it going. If you guys haven't followed me yet, go ahead and hit that follow button. Let's get it up to 4,000 likes on this live. Make it pop off. Let's go. Last time we went about halfway down with this one, like that. We'll flip it over. Go about halfway down again. Flip it over. Go about halfway down again. And that should be pretty easy. You can find my store linked on my profile. You can also just go straight to coinringmaker.com or buycoinrings.com. But it is linked on my profile. It's also my username. Bam. You can also Google coin ring maker, right? Check this out. Go to Google and Google coin ring maker. I'm number 1 and like number 2 and number 5, and like it's ridiculous. Like my SEO is nuts. I put a lot of work into it. Gosh, sometimes I think this is the hardest freaking thing. Ugh. Tape removal. Look at the blue on the stars. That's kind of cool. Pretty. Ring mandrel of truth. Okay, so we did go a little under a size 8, so I'm just going to stretch it. Yeah, the gold link's gone. I switched from a business account to a creator's account. While the business account had some interesting features, a lot of them did not work all the time. And I went back and forth with support about it and just got kind of fed up and figured it's better to have just a regular personal account. So this right here is my favorite coin to make into a ring. This is a Morgan dollar. But this one has the date facing out. My favorite is when we do the tails facing out. I think this is just the coolest coin ring right here. But my first year I did a whole lot of quarters, so I'm very familiar with quarters. I can make them all day long. Pretty good with the quarters. We'll clean up this silver. Yeah, that's why I was super stoked when I got this order in yesterday. I was like, yes, I get to make a Morgan dollar. I love these. They're so pretty. To make excellent rings. And they're like 100-year-old coins, so there's like history there. There's detail, there's symmetry. I mean, it's 90% silver, so they're gorgeous. They're just the best. I don't think much beats a Morgan dollar ring. We got a little bit of tape in that 9 there. Well, that depends. If it's a copper quarter, yeah, it's just 25 cents. If it's a 90% silver quarter, it's a different story. No, I don't do patina. I actually try and make my rings as shiny as possible. So this thing is going to have a mirror finish by the time I get done with it. It's going to be so shiny, you can see it from across the room. It's going to be nuts. Some of the stuff you have to use to get patina, it's really stinky. And since I work in my bedroom, my wife doesn't like me to use it. But I also like making shiny rings, so it's a win-win. There's a lot of other dudes that can put patina on your coin ring for you, but that's just something I've decided not to do because it stinks. What's my least favorite coin to make a ring out of? Franklin $50. So if you look at this coin right here, the problem with the Franklin $50 is there's so much difference in thickness of detail on this with the bell and with his big fat head. It's almost impossible to make this into a ring without it going wobbly on you, which means it just doesn't bend and shape evenly because the metal's different thicknesses, right? So you have to do a lot of correction on this. It takes about twice as long as a Walking Liberty $50 to make. They're a pain in the butt. Yeah. But I like a challenge. Don't get me wrong. If you want a Franklin $50, I'll make you one. But yeah, the patina doesn't last very long, but that shine, if you get it good and polished, whew, I don't know. I really like a nice shiny silver ring, right? It's on the run. All right, we'll get a real good look at this thing. Look at that. I bet it'll fit on my pinky. Dope. Look at those curls. Look at the hair details. So pretty. Inside details. Perfect. In God we trust. Those wings are looking sharp. Very nice. So what I'm using is this. These are just jewelry polishing cloths that I get at Walmart. Nothing super fancy. And they do a really good job. That's smart. Make a cross out of a broken ring. Clever, clever. Don't let nothing go to waste. I like it. Cleaning the inside of these smaller size rings is kind of tricky. Well, it looks pretty good to me. All handmade, real American coin rings. If you want to get you one, go visit the website. It's linked on my profile right there. Just tap that, go to my profile, tap the website link, go check it out. Even if you're not in the mood for shopping, I'd appreciate you just going to the website and clicking around the store. Every visitor helps my website, rank a little better and reach a couple more people. So if you got a free minute, go check it out. We're just going to finish polishing this thing up, get it nice and shiny. Yeah, when I first started, I used a hammer, a mandrel, punch and die kit, and that was about it. It's much easier when you have the correct tools, but it can be done with some basic stuff. There is just blue tape in that P and in that B. It's like just chilling in there. What are you doing, blue tape? Get out. Yeah, I do quarters. I've got an example right here. This is a 1954 90% silver quarter. I do copper clad quarters. I've got all 50 state quarters in copper clad and 90% silver. A toothpick, huh? Mostly I just work on U.S. currency. I do Libertads, which are 1 ounce fine silver coins from Mexico. And I do some other fine silver rounds too. You can see all the stuff I have available on my website, coinringmaker.com. Gosh, that looks really nice, doesn't it, guys? Let's see, we'll pop that on there. Yes. And there's that. So if you guys want to take a screenshot right now, this is kind of my card. It's got a 10% off coupon code on it. Welcome. And my website right there, so you never forget. And I'll just let y'all take some screenshots of that and try and set this somewhere nice. Not quite what I'm looking for. There we go. That's not bad. Cool. All right. Well, if anybody has any questions, I'm going to hang out for just a minute. Go ahead and put them in the chat. Well done, sir. Can I make one more? Yeah, I've got a Texas copper clad quarter I'm going to make next. But I like to take a little break between the rings. I don't want to rush into it. So we're gonna take a little break together. I know that's kind of a boring thing to do here on TikTok, but I'm gonna catch my breath, center myself, and then we'll make one more. Give me like 3 minutes. The new 2022 quarters, yeah, they're dope. I'm actually really surprised with those. I've only sold one. No one's really interested in getting any 2022 stuff. And I stocked up on everything. I've got 2022 American Eagles, 2022 quarters, and nobody's really touched them. Now, something interesting, those are actually fine silver instead of 90% silver. So they're just a little more reflective, a little shinier than like the Morgan here. They're very nice. Yeah, I thought they looked good too. I'm a little surprised they haven't been more popular. It came out really good. It looks good. But I'm looking at it, right? And it looks just a little uneven to me. So we're going to do a minor correction on this one, okay? Because I can't just leave it. I got to make it better. So we're going to make it better. That should be good right there. What we're going to do is just kind of stretch out that side of it. Looks fine to you? It looks pretty good. It's pretty good. Now, it looks much more even. Yeah. That looks better. Ka-chow, put that date out. Yeah. Down, down, down. It just wants to roll. There we go. Beautiful. See if it'll focus. Focus on the inside of the ring. There we go. Beautiful. That's a good looking ring right there, guys. Outdid myself on that one. I'm proud of it. I ain't gonna lie. Alright, who's ready for the next one? Let's see some fire in the chat. You put the fire emoji down there. Let's see like 5 fire emojis. And we'll make the next ring. Let's go! See what size it needs to be. Oh. How long have I been making rings? About 3 years. So it's not a Texas quarter coin ring. It's a Texas Jolly Roger coin. So this is going to be something a little different. I thought I had to make another ring. Oh, not quite. here's our Texas quarter, and what we're going to do is we're going to stamp it with this 3D skull and crossbone design. It's going to be pretty cool. It's cool stamp time. That's right. So we're going to get this nice and soft. Looking for that orange flame. Y'all see that? That means it's done. Cool it off in the water. And now I get to do some tricky filming stuff. This is my press, and I don't have a great camera setup. I know it's messy. Don't come at me. But this is like the best angle I have for this. So just roll with it, okay? Alright, so the first thing we gotta do is we gotta line up the negative stamp with the positive stamp. So we're gonna put them on top of each other and then bring this ram head down. And this has double-sided tape on it, so it's gonna attach to the ram head and it's gonna go back up, and then we'll put the coin inside. Make sure this is all the way off. There we go. Super exciting. Woo! And I don't use this press very much anymore because it is slow. But for stuff like this, I do need a little more power. Sure it's nice and lined up. It should just grab onto there real nice. Pull it up. Now we're going to try and put this coin in the middle of the skull. This is actually really hard to get just right, so wish me luck. This is 12 tons of pressure we're applying to get this cool little 3D stamp on here and get it nice. I'll release it. Pop it off. We'll pull it over here so y'all can get a better look at it. There we go. Now we're going to hit it with a little bit of steel wool, and that's going to bring that detail out on it. Should leave it extended. I'm not sure what you mean, Ron. See how that kind of brings out the raised detail of the text? Whoop. What a cool little dude. Talking about my press. Leave the press extended. That side looks nice. This side still has a bunch of fire scale on it, so we'll clean that up too. I don't do these too much rubbing on here, so I want to leave a little bit of the fire scale so we've got kind of a contrast. Looks a little weathered, a little piratey. Pretty good. And then we'll just shine up those high points. The press will stay wherever I close the valve? Yeah. No, my kid was playing with it. So that's why the valve was all the way open. Usually I leave it closed. Yeah. Looks good, looks good. Pretty cool. All right. Well, that's all I have to make today. Thank you guys for joining me. If you'd like to subscribe to me here on TikTok, there's a gold star right up here you can tap on for a small monthly fee. You can support me into pooper for like ever, which would be pretty cool. You can also leave me a tip on my profile if you enjoyed this live. And you can order coin rings at coinringmaker.com. The link is in my profile. Yeah, the fire scale kind of leaves its own patina, which I think is pretty nice. I could get more of it off of there, but I like the look of it as it is. But yeah, sulfur of liver is really stinky stuff. And it doesn't last very long. Like, it'll rub off eventually. So I prefer to go shiny. But thank you guys for watching. I hope to catch you on my next live. If you haven't followed me yet, drop a follow right now. And take a picture of this. You can get a 10% off coupon code, and you'll have my website. Bam, take a screenshot of that. It won't stop falling over. There we go. All right. I'll give you guys 10 seconds to take a screenshot, and then I'm leaving. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you very much. Y'all have a great day. We'll